What's going on, everyone? This is Adam and Craig with Grandstand Golf. In this video, we are talking our round 2 showdown targets for the 2020 Sanderson Farms Championship. We will actually be going live on Twitch tomorrow, Friday, at 4:30 Eastern, 1:30 Pacific to go cut sweat show, showdown kind of play through, see how everyone's doing.
Hopefully has some pretty
So
good
make sure,
like top 10 cut sweat or lineup
yeah.
sweats going.
So make sure to follow us on Twitch and join us tomorrow, 4:30 p.m. Pacific, 4:30 Eastern, 1:30 Pacific. Craig, we're about 90% done round 1 here. What did you see from round 1? What are you looking at for round 2?
Well, I mean obviously they were scoring out there. So
Yeah,
I think in terms of showdown targets, we need to look at guys who are capable of putting up scores. I
right.
think that the par fives are long, but they're gettable. One of the things I'm going to be looking for, I mean, they're long enough that the entire field isn't going to be able to get home or even
Right.
around the green in two. So, I'm looking for people who are those better ball strikers. Um,
Hmm.
and then the other thing, just real quick here, I'm going to pull up the weather for tomorrow. Um,
Right.
they've spoken. Just I've been watching the broadcast here, and
Hmm.
they've spoken a little bit about how it's going to be softer in the morning. And so
Right.
if you look here, we do have less wind too for the early tee times. It's not
Right.
it's
Yeah.
not huge wind in the afternoon by any means, but it is noticeable the difference. So um, for tomorrow,
So not necessarily stack all AM, but if you're between two players, I mean, that slight advantage might be just enough for a couple more birdies or one more birdie, which might be the difference,
Well,
right?
yeah, but I mean, it's a forecast. So if the conditions are playing a stroke worse, like I will put in more than one showdown lineup, and I will probably have
Yeah.
some that are just early. I'll have at least a couple that are just early morning
Hmm.
plays, and
Yeah.
just in case if the scoring's much better in the morning. But what do you think? What did you
Yeah.
see out there?
Yeah. Yeah, so I kind of thought the same. Surprised to see how many ball strikers were at the top. It does seem like we kind of talked about on our Twitch show and our pick show that when you have the faster greens, it kind of levels the putting field a little bit. So I think we're seeing the historically great putters kind of level out with those Sergios, maybe the Corey Connors of the world. So it's about level there. Same thing. I'm kind of skewing more in the morning as well, just because softer greens, even if the wind's down a couple, like a little bit in the morning, that's still an advantage. If there's an advantage out there, why not take it?
Yeah. So you want?
So if we flip over to my picks,
Yeah.
my first one, Sung J M, is actually PM. So he's the PM player that I mean, I'm not going all AM just for that reason. Sung J M, I think, is the class of the field. I think he's probably the best player out there, but he had a mediocre day. He didn't really do anything special. He's sitting there, I think, at one under. Um, but I mean, he didn't hit a putt. He's 100 in putting, 116th around the green. He's still 39th tee to green though. So Sung J M, very balanced player, kind of throughout his 2 years on the tour here. I expect the putting to get a little bit better. He might have to make a little bit of moves in the afternoon to make the cut, but I think he wants to do a little bit better. I think he wants to set himself up for the weekend. So I like Sunjay on the afternoon to kind of respond to his Thursday round.
Yeah. I don't mind it. I don't know. I mean, I don't have any week long ownership on Sungjae.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I haven't looked very closely at his stats from the day. I did see that he short-sided himself a couple times, so I
Yeah.
don't know if the ball striking was necessarily reflective of the scoring so much as he was trying to go out there and get it done a bit, and it
Yeah.
just didn't quite work out. But I mean,
And I think we're
Sungjae, yeah,
seeing,
he's one of the best players in the field, so he has tons of potential to go low.
and he clearly likes the course. Munoz clearly likes the course. Munoz is playing really well today. I think Sunjay needs to answer a little bit tomorrow. So next up, I kind of teased him at the top, but Sergio Garcia. I mean, it's the same old Sergio we've seen for the last however long here. Great off the tee, top five right now. I think he's just closing out the last couple holes of his round. Top 15 strokes gained approach, but again, 75th to 100th strokes gained putting. Uh, Classic Sergio. I don't know what to say, but if he's not 130th putting, I feel like that's almost a win for the Sergio backers. So even if he doesn't putt well on Friday, he's in the early wave, so he gets potentially the easier conditions. Even if he doesn't putt well, he's hitting it so close that he's going to get a couple birdies. I mean,
Yeah.
he's going to get a couple of those DraftKings points for you. So I like Sergio. If his putter is average to even good, he could be the best player out there.
Yeah, I mean, I was Sergio was one of my picks going into the tournament. There's nothing I saw from him today that caused me to think that he's not. Oh, although he's spraying a drive right here on the screen. Nothing that caused me to think that he is just not a good pick. I mean, his putter wasn't
Yeah.
hot, but he scored well, so I think he has got tons of potential to go low again tomorrow.
And we all know he can blow up as well, but it might be 7 bogeys and 3 birdies.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's
Well,
kind
and
of
you got to shoot
Sergio.
your
He's
shots.
a risky. Yeah. But at 8,000 else, we're talking below average pricing here for maybe one of the best players of the last 20
Yeah.
years. So I'm willing to take the risk. And my third pick here is Adam Schenk. He finished 69 today. He was in the early PM wave. He's going to be in the early. He's going to be AM wave tomorrow. So again, easier conditions possibly for him. I kind of teased him in the sleepers video that we did before the tournament as one of my favorite sleepers. The fact that he has not shot over par here in 12 rounds in 3 tournaments, and he continued that today. So that goes on to 13 rounds now. He's also top 5 strokes gained off the tee Thursday. I liked him before the tournament. He shot 69 today. Everything kind of looks good for his ball striking. I'm going to stay with him at that price point, especially.
Yeah, like him, can drive the ball, can putt, and so
Yeah.
yeah, tons of potential to go low. I'm pretty happy
Yeah.
that I have him in some week longs.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Craig, who do you got here?
Okay, so mine, yeah, so these guys, these are all guys that I'm looking for in the early tee times. Now these scores are as we've gone when we recorded this, so these may not be accurate as to what you see on the leaderboard at the end of the day. Um,
Right.
Starting out though, Will Zalatoris, he's at 10,000. He has not had a great day today, but he I think, I think he's tired a little bit. I
Yeah.
think that he left a lot of strokes on the course. Uh, I looked through his shot link data on the par fives. He was around the green in two, and just kind of a little bit
Yeah.
messy. Um,
Just didn't get up and
just
down or
yeah,
so.
didn't get up and down, and then he had a double
Right.
bogey where he was on a par four
Oh,
where he was over the green in two. I think he short-sided himself, had to play back
yeah.
out and then three putted,
Yeah.
and I just think a very inefficient scoring day from him. I still think, as much as anyone, I think he has the potential to go low in this field. So I hope that this chases ownership away from him a bit. And,
Right.
when he has a bit of a bounce back, 66 or something tomorrow, then I have him and he's nice and low owned.
Yeah, for sure.
Corey Connors, he's had a good day. I don't know how much you've been watching, but his day could have been a lot lower than it is.
At the start of the round, I was pulling out my hair. He had 7 feet for birdie, missed it. He had 9 feet for birdie, 6 feet for birdie, missed it. I was like, oh, it's gonna be one of those days.
Yeah, he's the only one that'll have 7 feet for birdie, and you're worried about him making a bogey. Um,
Yeah.
but his ball striking is just awesome. Another, going into the tournament, he's one of the best ball strikers. He's top five. I don't know how it'll end up, but he was top five when we made this video. He's
Mhm.
taking advantage of the par fives, 4 birdies on 4 par 5s. He's been
Yep.
up around the green on all of them. One of them he had an eagle putt, so potential to make
Yeah. Saw
eagles.
that. Yeah.
Um, he wasn't, sometimes when a guy scores well, you worry that they just had a hot putter that day. Like, I don't know if you watched in the morning, but Keegan Bradley, he just had a bit of a
Yeah.
hot putter, and you don't think that's
Yeah.
going to
On 18,
happen.
his to save his bogey-free round. I couldn't believe that.
Yeah, so you don't think it's not repeatable. But
Yeah.
what Connors did today, that is repeatable. And then if he gets the way he strikes the ball, if he gets a hot putter, he can go super low. So yeah, another
Yeah.
guy in the early tee time group that I like.
I'm on him as well. I like Corey Connors. He's going to be in my showdown lineup for sure. I mean, kind of classic Sergio Corey Connors. Put him in the same mold. Put him out there together.
Volatile.
Volatile. Hit a couple 9-footers for us and we'll be happy.
Yeah. Last one here. He's one of your guys. I forget if he was a pick or a sleeper this week.
He was a
Um,
sleeper because he was discounted at 7,200 to start the tournament, which I thought was crazy.
yeah, Christopher Ventura. He's at 7,400 for the showdown.
Mhm.
He is -3 through 13. Now,
After a double.
yeah, that actually, I might have to look at the holes there because that might actually be through more than that. I don't know where he made that double bogey.
Well,
But
you'll be glad to hear that he just birdied.
well, I am glad to hear that. But regardless, another young guy. He drives the ball well. He can get to
Yeah.
these par fives. He's a good putter. He was
Yeah.
slightly positive before that. I don't know after that double bogey what his strokes gained on the day will look like, but he's top 10 uh, tee to green guy so far this on the day. Early tee time, lots of potential to go low. So he's a guy, and he's
Yeah.
in really good form, not just today, but in the last few weeks. He had a good finish there at the Safeway. He had a few really good days there.
Yeah. Yeah, I really like him. I mean, he's a core of my weekend long lineups. So I'm all over him as well.
Yeah.
I love the fact that he's playing well.
So do you like to then stack them as well on the showdowns, or do you like to diversify a bit from your week long?
Hey man, my sleepers were Shank, Ventura, and then Thigala. Who I'm not going to play Thigala tomorrow, but yeah, if they're I liked them beforehand. I just reaffirmed kind of that I was along the right
Yeah, right. Train of thought.
train of
Yeah.
thought. Yeah, which I'm not right now apparently.
Okay, so you want to sum up
Quickly,
here?
yeah, quickly recapping. I got Sungjae Im. He's the only one in the afternoon at 10,300. I just think he's kind of the best player out there. Sergio Garcia 8,000. Adam Shank at 7,500.
And I've got Will Zalatoris at 10,000, Corey Connors at 8,500, and Christopher Ventura at 7,400. And I think I would also say that you've got Garcia here, but the guys that I liked going into the tournament, I still like them. Moving
Yeah,
forward. Scheffler was the one who he didn't play well today. There's maybe some concerns about his ball striking, but he lost strokes on approach or was around zero, which that's he should be gaining strokes off the tee and an approach. I suspect he's going to be on the range this afternoon, and he is another guy in
yeah, grinding
showdowns. If
away.
you want people in the afternoon, I don't mind playing him at all because
Yeah,
he could turn it around like that and shoot a very low round.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. So, reminder, please join us tomorrow on Twitch. We're going to be doing our Cut Sweat show. We're going to do our Showdown show, 4:30 p.m. Eastern, 1:30 Pacific. We're going to be on there for about a couple hours, kind of running through. Please come with questions, come with comments, come whatever. Come have a drink with us, maybe. Thank you for watching our video. All our links are below. Our Twitter, our DFS model, our website is all below. Thanks for your continued support. Please like and subscribe to the channel and click the bell to catch our upcoming shows.
Yeah, good luck, guys. See you.
See you.